What up? What up? Thanks for tapping into the Sneaker History Podcast. My name's Nick Engvall, and I've spent the last 18 years working in the footwear business, helping companies like Complex, Finish Line, and StockX better connect with their customers. More importantly, helping sneakerheads turn their passion for sneakers into opportunities in the industry. I started Sneaker History nearly 13 years ago as a way for me and my friends in the sneaker world to have a place to talk about the business without the influence of corporate footwear giants telling us what to say or telling us what sneakerheads, I'm using air quotes there, should be featured in our content or invited to be on the show. It's with that spirit we're charging forward thanks to all of you who have recently donated to help cover the costs of keeping the podcast going. If you feel like chipping in, you can find all the info you need in the description or by joining our Discord community, which is linked below. I'm looking forward to taking the show to new levels in the coming months, with more guests from the community, talks with industry professionals, and deeper dives into the sneaker stories that shape this obsession we are all so passionate about. One last thing before we get into the episode, do the right thing and tell someone you like their kicks today. You never know how far a compliment will take you, and we all know how good it feels to be on the receiving end of some appreciation.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move!
LeBron James with no regard for human life.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Iverson against Gill. The crowd on its feet. Allen for the win.
Welcome to the Sneaker History Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Sneaker History Podcast. I'm Robbie, here with the uber famous Mike Guillory. I say uber famous, bro, because I just want to give you a little dabs, little props. The YouTube channel looking great. Content looking great. So, super famous Mike. Just want to give him some love. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I appreciate that. It's been a long week, but I'm happy to talk some sneakers, bro.
It's a fun conversation. I don't typically like talking shoes in my day-to-day life anymore. This is the one time of the week it's fun again. So we're going to be discussing Olympic basketball shoes, Team USA Olympic basketball shoes, men's Team USA Olympic basketball shoes. I had to keep getting more specific because that was very
the
broad.
drop downs that kept happening on a menu right there.
Drop down. We're trying to keep this a nice, short, and sweet episode for everybody. So that's why we're not doing everybody. But let's go ahead and jump into it, Mike. So Booker 1 is a shoe we've seen a lot of. Book 1, the technical name, the Book 1.
Yeah.
But, man, I think we'll get to the Book 1. If we just go down a little bit, it actually starts with LeBron. I want to start with LeBron because LeBron started with the LeBron 21. Asia Wilson wore the LeBron 21. Then he switches to the 22. So my first question to Mike is LeBron 21 or LeBron 22? Which one do you like more looks-wise? Have you seen both?
Yeah, and I like the 22 because and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the 22 almost has more callbacks to the Air Zoom generation. When you're looking at it, there were some sample colorways they had been showing, and I just like kind of the callback, going back to simplicity. I think the last three or this one included, the last three LeBrons have been really simple, and I like them. This one does the same thing. I like the big oversized swoosh on the side. It's really cool. I like it. I mean, get the price right. Catch it on sale for like $129.99, and we'll talk. I won't buy it full price, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's great you brought up the Zoom generation because the LeBron 21 kind of pivoted to the LeBron Next Gen, which was a straight callback to the Air Zoom generation. Yes. And I kind of see some AZG in here too. I see a lot of AZG low inspiration, the low top version.
I forget about that one.
That side panel on it reminds me of the AZG one. The silver Monopoly colorway I like a million times more than what LeBron's been wearing for Team USA. It's too much navy, and the white. It's not my favorite look. But I think other colorways are going to be better than that.
For sure.
22's been pretty nice, though. Kevin Durant up. The 14. No, not when I say 14. Kevin Durant 17. KD 17.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't like it at first. Well, I still don't love the shoe, but this shoe looks great in Team USA colors.
It does. And I feel like I kind of have to buy a pair now since he became the all-time leading Olympic scorer. this
Not
past
just
game.
that, but he comes in as like a mobile artillery unit. He just comes at you,
Oh,
you
dude.
place him on the court, and he just rains. Like,
Dude, he's a straight assassin on the court. I mean, it's crazy seeing KD come off of a bench and he's becomes the first line of defense at that point. It's crazy what he's doing out there, and I feel like I just kind of want to buy one of the USA pairs just because of what he did. Like that's how they get me to buy crap when events happen in these shoes.
and then that epic quarterfinal game against Serbia, Katie came off the bench and kind of closed the game out with LeBron and Steph. But just the obsidian cage with the white base and the red fade looks really good.
It does.
Like the debut colorway, I didn't love of it, but this is just a really clean, in a good way, like PE coach shoe, right? If you're like a PE
Definitely.
coach anywhere across the country, this is your joint right here. The 17 is a good one. Then we have, the Curry brand, Steph Curry 12. This is also probably one of the best Curry shoes in the line. I truly mean that. It's a good-looking basketball shoe.
Yeah, since he broke off into his own brand, I feel like clearly it's still with Under Armour, but I feel like he has a team in place to do more Curry brand things, so it's less Under Armour in line, and it's really, you can see like different design languages. And I really like this one. I haven't had a complaint about his shoes for the last couple of models, and this one, right in line with those. Those are good. They're great looking. I think they're solid on the court. Looks like. I mean, clearly what he did today, they work. So, good looking shoe.
He was due, man. He was definitely due for a big game against Serbia. So not only does the 12 look good, it reminds me in a good way of like the Curry Flow 10 and the kind of the design language that she was using. This is like a more refined, and dare I say, it reminds me a little bit of like a low top Klay Thompson Anta shoe. Like it's like a Curry Flow 10 mixed with a little bit of KT6, I believe, a couple models ago, 5 or 6.
I can see that.
But damn, it's a
can
good
see
looking
that.
shoe. And so was the Curry
Yeah.
Flow 10. Like that's not. There's been some good Curry brand stuff, like you said, since he moved over. A lot of good stuff.
For sure.
Anthony Edwards has been wearing the AE Low by Adidas. I haven't seen him wear a high top personally of his own shoe. But what do you think about these all like navy-based AE1 lows you're seeing him wear?
They're clean. I mean, it's one of my favorite shoes of the year so far, just the AE1s. Oh, and by the way, just a little tidbit for everybody since we were talking about the AE1. I got an email from one of my Adidas reps. They're trying to move away from AE1, apparently. They want to say the whole thing, like a Tribe Called Quest. They want to say Anthony Edwards 1. That's how they want to promote the shoe now. If you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know, no.
But it's clean. I like it. I really love the low tops. I like the highs as well. You can see the pair right there behind me of the highs. Only thing I know some USA colors pretty basic, red, white, and blue. I wish they would have took a little bit more creativity with it. 'Cause I feel like they were just really basic color blocking. That's my only complaint about his national team shoe.
Yeah, it is boring in terms of color blocking, but what the KD17 did great was kind of put that texture on the caging. You could put a texture or even maybe you could do a whole Kobe American flag throwback, right? Like there's a couple things I really hope for the championship game there is like a USA straight up flag Kobe boot. That would be epic.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
I don't have an AE1 yet, but only because I'm not breaking my wallet open for any shoe indiscriminately or discriminately against all shoes.
Everyone's.
All of them can't get it. But yeah, the navy, it hasn't been me, but it's a great shoe. The color blocking isn't going to make it a bad shoe ever.
Agreed.
My page is unresponsive.
Okay, timeout. Nick Engvall here. I'm sure many of you have seen the clips of the show across social media, but did you know that you can watch the whole episode, get early access to every single episode, and even check out exclusive episodes of the show? You can join our Patreon for as little as $5 per month, and even cheaper if you sign up for a yearly plan. It helps us keep the show going, and you'll be the first to know about everything going on in our community. If you can support, hit the link in the description to see all the options. Thanks for listening, and now back to the show.
Now, and I can't scroll down. So what's the
I
next
got
shoe
you.
you're seeing there?
Oh, I think your phone just broke because his shoe is super questionable, and that's Joel Embiid's. What is that? The Skechers SK8 float.
One of the most
Or, I'm
balling
sorry,
ones.
SKX float.
Yes.
I said the name wrong.
Extreme, baby.
Yeah. Just not sure about him yet. I mean, clearly they're carrying one of the heaviest people on earth, and they're not blown apart, so they're serving a purpose. And what he did today, besides 2 mental lapses at the end, it was solid performance. So I can't say I'm going out and buy them. If they just happen to like show up on my porch one day to try out, great. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to go buy a Skechers basketball shoe. I just don't trust it yet.
The positive thing I will say about the X is that the really muted obsidian / navy color blocking
Yeah.
helps that shoe hide it. It helps hide what it looks like in a good way.
It's camouflaging.
It's kind of navy, and that's
Looks like
cool.
It looks like a kid's basketball shoe. You know, if you know what I mean. It's like, kind of like my first basketball shoe, starting pee-wee basketball. That's what it looks like. It just, I don't know. It's not sleek. It's very chunky. But again, I got to remember it's for a big man, or at least the one he's wearing is for a big man. So we'll have to see what they come up with down the line before I can pass, I guess, a final judgment on Skechers basketball.
All the orthotics. All right, who do we have after Mr. Embiid?
Bam Adebayo, and one of my it's piqued my interest, I should say, the Air Jordan 39. It's come out, and what is it? ZoomX foam, and then Zoom Strobel, if I'm not mistaken. I'm flipping that, but it's basically two cushions in it. They went with like a purely hooping shoe this time. They weren't trying to make it look just like the Jordan 9 and all these callbacks. They made it reminds me in that same family like the Jordan 29, 30, and 31, like meant to just actually hoop in and be super comfortable. I really want to try these out. They're $200, which is $50 less than the Jordan 1 coming out next year, which that should tell you something's wrong in Jordan Brand, but that's a different story. But I'm excited about the 39.
I don't love it. I made a whole episode with Nick about Jordan Brand. I'll leave it at that. It's okay. What's up next? I love Bam Adebayo though. Bam Mate,
I like
as
that.
D-Wade keeps calling him Bam Mate. Mama calls him Bam Mate. I laugh every time D-Wade says that.
It's like a nickname. How'd you get a whole extra syllable added to your name as a nickname?
I love it. D-Wade's been great as a commentator, much like us. Just kidding. Who else we got?
Next, we circle back to Book. Book shoe. It's very basic. Red with white accents. I think there's maybe some navy in there. I hadn't seen anything again just super like mind-blowing color-wise. I've heard mixed bags of things about the shoes themselves. I've trashed them since they first came out, so I feel like to do my due diligence, I want to get a pair to actually try them out on court, so I can either be justified or be proven wrong. But they're okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say about the Booker or Book One.
So they are perfectly Devin Booker, man, because if you watch him off the court, I think the only shoes he brought to the Olympics were a pair of Chucks and the Stranger Things Cortez, which is like,
It's a weird thing to pack.
man, but I mean, it's an all red Cortez, which is such a Devin Booker shoe, and it's like the perfect Team USA because that Stranger Things shoe ties back to like the 4th of July episode.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think it's doing enough in an era where people be doing too much in general in life.
Facts.
The Booker shoe doesn't do enough, but I mean, it still looks good. It's him. Like I'm never gonna love Booker the same way. Like, I don't know. He's low key to a detriment almost. I know he has I need a little more out of him, but it doesn't look bad. Like, he never looks bad. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's a good shoe. It's just not. It needs a little bit more.
He's what's the way? He blends into the wallpaper basicly.
Yeah.
In a room you wouldn't notice Booker was there because his personality literally matches the shoes, just plain. And again, that's not trying to. I'm not trying to be like mean. I'm not the biggest Booker fan, but like you say, matches his personality.
Let's say he's like an all murdered out 69 Cadillac when he could be an orange Lamborghini. You know, something it needs to be more, or not literally an orange Lamborghini, but something a little bit more spicy
Flashy.
than old and blacked out.
Yeah.
So who else we got?
This person I'm not a fan of. Jason Tatum, Mr. 0 minutes. I'm sorry, who said that? So Tatum wore the Tatum 2s. It's funny because one of my really good friends, he bought a pair of Tatums a week into playing basketball. They broke, so he had to send them back to Nike, and they gave him a gift card to go buy more or something different. But yeah, the Tatums. He started out with the 2s. Not a big fan of that one. He introduced the 3s. Not a big fan of that one. I mean,
there's a lot of stuff that Jason Tatum is it's not his fault. Like, it's not his fault that the Lakers took Lonzo Ball instead of him, and I hate him because of that. He has nothing to do with that equation, but I don't like him. He plays for the Celtics. I don't like that. He plays in Boston. I don't like that either.
I mean, those guys are the same thing, right? It's the same.
But they're different. I can tolerate the Patriots. I can't stand the Celtics. It's Boston is another just like nah. I mean, the shoes have been nah. The Tatum 3 it's a hard, at least in that first debut colorway. It reminded me of that like Y2K Jordan 1 print from like 2012, and it also reminded me of they did that to a Jordan 7 also. They did like an obsidian.
It was quilted looking almost.
Bro, it's not.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it looked like a weird heat map. I was like, what is going on with all the circles? Look like topography. It was like, what's?
He also said one time when he gets a fresh cut, he feels like he's top 5 all time. And I'm like, Jason Tatum, have that confidence, boy. Talk your truth, but I don't believe it. Like, sit down. Yeah, exactly.
No, Steve Kerr didn't believe it either. He's like, sit down.
Sit down. Who's next? Drew Holiday?
No, Tyrese Halliburton. And what is he wearing?
The good stuff. We got some Kobe's in.
Yeah, Kobe 4 Pro Tros. I mean, he's not seeing much playing time either, but you know what? She's looking fresh. She's looking fresh out there.
He is. And he's a natural rooter, man. He has that kind of face where it's like, I'm rooting for you.
He's happy to be there. He's just happy to
well.
be there, man. He's good. He's perfectly happy on the bench. He's like, if you need me, I'm here. But I got some free Kobe's. I got a free trip to Paris. I get a gold medal, hopefully.
Jason Tatum doesn't take me as the kind of guy that has a cool yelling voice, like on the side. Like Patrick Mahomes doesn't have a great yelling voice, right? But Halliburton has a great yelling voice, very animated. I also don't have a great yelling voice. I'm horrified to yell in public. I hate it. I'll talk all day, but yelling, I sound so stupid and I feel stupid. Jason Tatum looks stupid on the sideline, and it's like, I don't know. Just smiling, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Halliburton was made for that, and that sounds like a diss, but I don't know.
Not a diss. He's, like I said, I think I've lost it. My cap's my pen dropping it last week. Again, I think he's serving his purpose. He's just biding his time. When they need him, he's ready. But the Kobe 4 Pro Tros he's had, all been solid. And didn't he have 6s too? Didn't he have like?
I've seen all 4s, but it's the red 4, the white base 4, the navy one. You could even go the new Pro Tro, like the Olympic throwback one.
Okay,
man,
maybe that's it then. I don't know why I thought there was 6 in there.
All good looking shoes though. Can't go wrong with Kobe 4.
Drop them all.
Now do we have Drew Holiday?
Almost.
I'm gonna keep saying names. I'm gonna keep guessing Drew Holiday until it's Drew Holiday.
We were close. Anthony Davis, but we're not gonna stick with him long because he's wearing a LeBron 21, which we've already talked about in the beginning.
He's boring, bro. He should have. For a while, he was wearing cool Kobe's, but he kept blowing his ankles out. So I'm happy he got off the Kobe's. He's been more healthy since he's been off the Kobe's. But,
big man shoe.
Yeah, man, it's big man shoe energy.
Well, no, he needs to go back to the Hyperposit. Remember that back in 2012?
Or even, what I really don't get is I don't understand why Nike doesn't have him pushing like the GT Hustle. The Hustle's the big one, right? The Husky
that's
one?
the Jump. That's the one that Jokic was wearing before he went to.
Yeah, Anthony Davis should be the poster child of that shoe to get somebody's face on it.
Yeah. Well, I heard it's just a terrible shoe though. Like I heard that's
Yeah.
like I heard nobody likes it. It's just not a good shoe at all.
Eh,
But I'm not in the NBA, so I don't know.
that's another problem. Now do we have Drew Holiday?
Yes. Now we have Drew Holiday. And Kobe fours again. I didn't realize he was Kobe 4 in it too.
And Sabrina. He's been wearing Sabrinas also.
Oh, we have a list. I'm sorry, you're right. So we have Kobe 4s, Sabrina 2s, and a GT Hustle 3.
Yeah.
Which
someone has to wear it.
Well, that electric pack they came out with, which weirdly enough, I had to give Nike their props. A lot of those have sold out on their website. I was surprised. I didn't think it would, but it's like all the Safari print stuff. That GT Hustle in that Safari print was actually pretty cool. Not like an easy wear by any means, but it was a really cool, loud basketball shoe. I liked it.
They could have just pulled them off to put them in the outlet so they look sold out.
They could have.
Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know the inner workings.
That electric pack, I saw a pair at Run Club this week. They look so good in person.
Yeah.
He's wearing the Alpha Fly 3 electric
Ooh.
pack. But
So
it's almost
the
$300
DN.
for a shoe.
yeah, I'm not doing that. Absolutely.
Well,
not.
the
That
DM's
shoe just-
great.
I love it. The orange, like I saw it in hand. I was like, dang it, I should have bought this shoe. It made me like the
Okay.
DN. That single color made me like the DN.
Riddle me this, because if you watch the Olympics on the medal podium, even if you're not like a Nike athletes have been wearing the Air Max DN in like an Olympic blue kind of gradient fade
Ooh,
across the toe
yes.
box colorway. And like, I don't see those for sale. Why not?
They're on the
Release
website,
the.
dude.
Are they?
Yeah. I saw
Okay,
them the other day.
I'm shutting up then. Instantly shutting up. All right. I mean, those look good. Why don't you? Okay. That's another good shoe. I just wanted to include that in this list.
No, it's a good one. It's one of those, again, Olympics will make me like a shoe that I didn't think about. And I was school shopping for on the Nike website for Davian, and I was like, do I need to buy this? And I channeled my inner Robbie. I said, no, walk away from it. Maybe it'll go on sale later, or maybe I just don't need it. But it looks pretty.
That's the right answer. Not the on sale. You just don't need it.
I never need any shoes, but if they're on sale, oh.
It's good looking though. Like that's gonna be the podium. I bet you every Nike athlete wears that shoe on the podium when Team USA wins gold. So that's why I wanted
feel
to
like
bring it
they're-
up.
I feel like they're gonna wear Air Max 1. I feel like everybody on the sidelines been wearing Air Max 1. At least team staff.
We'll see. We'll have to see.
Gotta see.
So we got next
ne-
Derek White.
Derek White, he is wearing a Sabrina 2 exclusively, looks like. That red base, white swoosh. It looks like a solid navy outsole. Clean. I like the shoe. I think it's good. I like to call it the Kobe 4.5. It looks like a in between Kobe 4 and 5. Can't go wrong with that, right?
It does, and it's a shoe I really enjoy looking at. Also, it's just, I'm not going to buy another basketball shoe, but like I like them. It's a great looking shoe. Listeners, because I won't buy it doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. Go buy it if you like it. But like,
Actually, buy it and tell us about it so we don't have to buy it.
yeah, write me a review. Write us a review.
Let me live through you.
I'm trying to think who else is on the roster. Is that everybody?
That was it. Like I say, you got the coaching staff wearing Air Max 1s. That's like they showed like a low shot. Everyone had the same shoe on. I was like, no one had the DNs on, which I thought was kind of silly. Like, I feel like that'd be a better. I feel like it might be more comfortable than the Air Max 1 if you're gonna be up and down the court all day.
Yeah, I think it's an easy choice too. But who are we? We're not playing. I did see a joke that said you don't have to prove to anybody if you say that you're an Olympic hopeful. It's you all.
You don't have-
What do you
I'm
have to
always
prove?
Olympic.
I don't keep a medal or something saying a paperwork saying I'm a Olympic hopeful. What do you, just believe me. Shut up and just believe me. I'm a fencer. Shut up. I'm hopeful about it too.
Nah, dude, we're gonna start a what's the Winter Olympics team? They throw the puck and like scraping curling. We're gonna start a curling team. We're fit enough for that.
I'm an Olympic hopeful curler. You don't know
There you go.
whether or not. Actually, let's end on this joke. I'm an Olympic hopeful skeet shooter. I learned that was a sport and a title
God.
this past week when I was watching women's skeet shooting. And I was just like, skeet, 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 man. These are just athletes.
you can't.
What Team USA men's basketball shoe has been your favorite from this drop-down list? Let us know, listeners. What's your one favorite? If you could pick any of these shoes, what one is Mike picking?
So there's one we didn't mention because the team sucked, but the anti-Kyrie 3-on-3 USA ones were my favorite.
That was a good-looking shoe. Shout out Jimmer for getting hurt and ruining Team USA 3-on-3.
Yeah, they got destroyed.
I'm going with Tyrese Halliburton because that man can clap and he can yell and he can wear a good-ass pair of Kobe's. He also came into one game and made like 3 threes in a row, so he's fine. But yeah, thanks, listeners. Leave us a comment, drop us a review, push the thumbs up button, like this video in any way you can. Thanks for spending time with us. Go watch the Olympics. Go support your country. It's the most fun time of the year.
Hey, Nick here again. Before you take off, I want to thank you for listening to the Sneaker History Podcast. Be sure to hop into our Discord to answer this episode's The Last Shot question and get to know our community of sneaker enthusiasts. If you'd like more insights on the trending topics in the sneaker world, I've also recently started a newsletter to share my knowledge from nearly 2 decades of experience working in the footwear industry. You can find the link to that below or go to sneakerhistory.com/newsletter. And last but not least, tell someone you like their kicks today. You never know how far a simple compliment can take you, and we all know how good it feels to be on the receiving end of some appreciation. Thank you for all the support, and we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.